Good evening, degenerates. Right, Wednesday evening, we had no selection on the Patreon service today. We did have a couple on YouTube. Before I touch on them, let's just talk about tomorrow. I have 4 for tomorrow. Busy day tomorrow on YouTube and a busy day on the service. I also have sent out one already for tomorrow on the service as a 3.5 pints each way bet on a 7-to-1 shot. So if you want to get your hands on that, link to the service can be found below. Right. Let's touch on today. We had a little bit unlucky with Rhythm and Rock in running. He was a big price all day too, lads. He drifted out. But really nice to get the each way there. Although frustrating, with a clear run, we might well have had a winner. He just couldn't get out for ages and ages. Well, it's hard to say that he'd have won, but any chance he had of winning was took away just when the grey horse came up his outside and kind of pinned him in. But the problem was he couldn't do anything about it because he was so far from home. If you worry about a horse coming up on your outside 3.5 furlongs from home, you know, you're drawn into kicking too soon and then you tire. But yeah, unlucky. The horse in Sandown, as I said, he's a horse to definitely keep an eye on for the future. He was only out for a spin today. He wasn't knocked about. It was an educational run. Richard Kingscourt gave him a lovely ride. He met a bit of trouble when he was trying to do some work, but he will benefit from that run a lot. Richard got him settled. He kept him in plenty of cover, and he didn't get any gaps late, but he still stayed on okay, I'd say. Definitely more to come from that. Right, before I go into tomorrow's selections, if you haven't seen the raffle I am doing for the Syndicate horse, we're raffling off 10% share of the Syndicate horse. It's €25 a ticket. You can buy multiple tickets if you want. Also, I'm giving away 2 years free Patreon service tips as well to the winner, and all the training fees paid on your horse for 2 years. You will have a 10% equity share of the horse. The horse is officially 10% of them is yours. You will also get 10% of any prize money. So yeah, once you the winner of the raffle, it's a great raffle, lads. It really is. If you're an avid racing fan, you want to have a lot of fun. So it's just a brilliant prize to win. You own a share in the racehorse. Your 2 years of all your training fees and all paid in for you. And yeah, you just enjoy it. Sit back, relax, and 2 years of all the bookie crushing Patreon tips as well. Also, I will do a second place for the draw and a third place. The second place will also win 2 years of free Patreon tips, and the third place will win 1 year's free Patreon tips. So get in touch. Enter the raffle. I'll pin a comment on this post with all the details you need to know about entering it. So the very, very best of luck. Right, on to tomorrow. Phelan in air. Sorry now, lads, I've no time written down for this. This is the 1.25 mile handicap. Now, the 1.25 mile handicap might be a little bit on the short side for this horse, but he ran well in Hamilton and then he backed it up with an okay run, and he's been dropped a pound. So at 14-1, I want to give Ewan Williams a chance to get his horse off the mark tomorrow. Nice type of horse. He's ran okay a couple of times. So let's hope at 14-1 Ewan Williams can have a winner tomorrow. A pint each way. Trip a little on the short side, but ran well over the same trip at Donny the last day. The 4.45 at there, a pint win, Shimmering Sands. This is a really nice horse by Teofilio. We haven't seen the best of him yet. We tipped him up when he won the last day, and we're not going to desert him today. He can be slow away, so stall, he's drawn wide, so he gets held up and gets a bit of cover. It will suit him anyway. And I think he's a good horse. I think he's very well handicapped still, and he can go in again. Shimmering Sands, pint win at 2-1. And then in the 6.45 tomorrow at Newcastle, Don't Tell Claire, a pint each way at 9-2. It's a previous course winner. She's coming in off the back of a really good run behind the well-fancied Sir Michael Stout winner the last day, and she has some solid form overall. So we'll go a pint each way at 9-2. And then how could we leave this one out? Infinity. This, lads, did anyone see this winning and ripping the last day? It was insane how easy she won. She was wide, she moved early, and she won very well. She is a 9-year-old. The jockey has a 100% record on her. I think he's 4 from 4, something crazy like that. So a pint win, 11-4. It is a different track tomorrow, Pontefract, but the way she won, lads, the last day was insane. She won like a mare in rude health and bolted in. She made a big move late but early enough to catch anyone out, and she still kept plodding away. So definitely want to be with her tomorrow. Point win Infinity, is it? Whatever she is. Right, Derwent Boy is running tomorrow, lads, in Newcastle in the maiden. The horse I gave to follow. I'm going to leave him off tomorrow because it's his last run for a handicap mark, and I see. I don't, I'm just leaving him tomorrow. I just think he'll run well tomorrow, but then we'll get him in handicap marks. So Derwent Boy. I do think Richard's Fatty's horse, the favourite in this race tomorrow, I think he's a decent horse. He ran very well in Wolverhampton. So if you want to have a little small bet on the Fav, do. But Derwent Boy is a horse we need to keep on our notebooks moving forward. I hate backing horses tomorrow. Third run for a handicap mark. There's a change of jockey on him. I don't know. It just reeks of a horse that might be out for a spin. Leave him off. So interesting. Right. Also, the Italian Open in the golf tomorrow. Yeah. Guido Migliozzi, or however you pronounce it. Migliozzi. So I'm going with Guido. We're going to look at them each way. There's a couple of markets you can look at, the take your pick market or whatever it's called in Boyles there. He's 70 to 1, 6 places. So a pint each way. Guido Migliozzi at 70 to 1, 6 places. And I'm going to go a pint each way. He's 45 to 1, 10 places. So there's two options there to back him. And I wouldn't put anyone off. He's 66 to 1. For the first round leader. They're 1 to 7 places for that. So yeah, check it out. Look, I've had a few bob on him. I'm looking forward to watching the Italian Open. He came back to form, I thought, last week. He played really well last week. A little bit late in the day on Sunday, he fell apart a small bit, but he had really good golf all weekend. And Guido Migliozzi, 70 to 1, 6 places, a pint each way. 45 to 1, 10 places, a pint each way. And effort, sure, go on. We'll go to the first round leader as well. A pint each way, 66 to 1. Let's hope the Italian takes down the Italian Open. Right, if you're interested in the syndicate, I'll pin a comment there below with all the details. If you want to enter the raffle, it's a really good prize. Like I said, 10% equity in the horse, entitled to 10% of the prize money, 2 years all your training fees paid for, and also 2 years of all the Patreon tips as well. So look, it's really good. Get in touch. Link will be below or pinned comment will be below with all the details of how to enter. Alright, bet safe and enjoy.